was the one him say one strongest man wo NPP amenyokuo no mu Ernest Owusu Bempah, the strongest man when people know what they papa nya kuturuku na make say base yemfa anwode yemfa wonum asem nsan mo yemfa wawo nsam awoka ye emfa ntwa otumbra. Ernest Owusu Bempah is one of these people. Na wabeka nsem bi ana wobusa say yewura Michael Kwe report na wode baaye no sa report no say the mistake ema NPP amenyokuo no edi ntwe no enye yewura Dr. Bawumia nipa wose wohunu sa Michael Kwe report no wohunu bi na wenye bi atie wenye bi ahwa no wo desa nipa kro nso on video mra bonte na sa video ne ba na wombehunu yewura Dr. Bawumia nso na dia waye because ba ye no trese wo mafura yewura Bawumia de ho ntuma na Kennedy akompre ko Agyapong de wom de abeto abontense de num asem na ma NPP Lucy ye ne ade ne watoto bi de amane KT Hammond ne mpenifo aka papa na busia jebre aha solid TV tibra
yewura KT Hammond sebi unyansa ba bi a waduri uti asem me wo fa no me po asem a obeka yi wo constituency adanse asokwa enkanye honorable Kennedy Agyapong and ba o minim kura about 3 times can you've lost the election long time in adanse at the asokwa or the resources and e beboa wo enne utimi nya sebi kumasi yonko e be ye wo ameye no ntia Kennedy Agyapong nya the fault onyankopon na odeni no you can never ever onyankopon wo ba bia wo wadwene da se wo fu se e ho no na emi leadership are made and placed by God. Nobody can. So me, I've seen it. Say Kennedy will be sworn in as the president of the Republic of Ghana. Me, also Bempah, I've seen it. No matter what anybody will do, any dumane, any dumachina. Anano na me ofa KT Hammond. Obia mi bu no penasem fere no. Me ofa KT Hammond akogina delegates animu ayeka ofa obeka semwa. Anka ofa anka ukra de. Anka ubia beka bibi ankenye wa. But wasema uka ye no. Ama me madwene twa ko asembia wo ankasa wo close friend bi ka kire me say no sa nsem na mo keka no mu fu Ghana fo bo say be ya Dr. Bawumia be lose elections. Enti mo nsem a mo keka no munim de enti a mo keka sa. Ye de yemfa ho ye de mo ka de. Na se munim se sa na mo ye de a. Argentina, you go there and dishonestly tell the man that he's winning. Meanwhile, you people know that he's not winning. And then when Musa Dankwa amudu mani tolo so. And then Musa Dankwa di enoka. Musa Dankwa se di. Na yenkrof woti wo kasa. Na oni madi aye mehi. Ye election ye see nyina no before aye be sha ase no. Because granting interview first one. Ombuza bia me kan say Ghana for say mo amfa Kennedy Agyapong ama ye ntoaba. Na party mpenimfo toto wurofo esime kon so Owusu Bempah abususem. As a deputy communication director, I am supposed to communicate what the grievances of the ordinary people. Politics is about human beings. Politics is about interaction between human beings and a democracy in the air. Now say me as a deputy communication director, MPP champion baby actually. Me kwa bontina se manfo no nsemo omo ka kire me afa me party ho. Me begina wo de tu dwa se de be a party man obetia. Yesi enti bida. Na emom no Professor Okwe committee report. Abeda bontin. Ene emeda bontin yesi obi ani party ba bi ani bi. Enti nsemo a wo mu a Professor Okwe committee ye kan. One candidate in Kwa seems to have what is inside the Professor Okwe committee. And I sorry ani abetra se ye campaign ani e bie bibi so ni a embellish na asem na ye no kura ni a turn no ni a can upside down just to favor one candidate. Enti yanso de enim fa Professor Okwe committee ho no me so me ma site no me Owusu Bempah me fa metudwa na me meka sa Professor Okwe committee ne say a Christopher or Ghana, majority of them doesn't want to vote for Bawumia. I see in the report, so we should come and say it, that they don't want a leader who who comes from a year almost on beto abama no da Professor Kwe committee no and somewhere can wo mu no yenso yefa metudwa said ye hu no no kre nti emeka fellow delegates any Dr. Bawumia na da obegina no ka no cheche nyoma mu ka about what happened in the committee. Yes, so Kennedy Agyapong na ne kasa bi okeka ye ene ma Owusu. Is it in the Professor Kwe committee report to mu say obi beka say when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose us, and indeed it exposed us. Sa ne kasa no kan no, it weighed on credibility issue in the eyes of the Ghanaian people, and they didn't vote for him. They didn't want to hear him because they saw him as not credible. True. Said ethnicity and tribalism played a role in the Ghanaian politics in 2024. That a certain group of tribe will be full say, good favor for them, and that they are not going to vote for certain particular candidate. Intino, sa report no ye shooting under the carpet because we want the candidate to come and lead. Intino, ye chaso mayanka no mo de omo anu ye so mbeka obi de. Professor K committee no me there almost confer report no mra metima ka cover to cover. 60% of the problem it will put it on the doorstep of Dr. Bawumia. 60% of the findings of Professor K committee was put on the doorstep of Dr. Bawumia. That's why Osei Chairman Sobos was too quick to come out with his own findings. I know propaganda. Call round almost small minua baswa adwasa fuso say no make kasa. Na me de Miami General Secretary sa asema meken. Senya no kura omfa meto abontini nyina yehumbi. Se Professor Kwe committee die ne wo mu die ne kafa Dr. Bawumia ho. Say if you want to be fair say omo bi omo ba no omo ba beka and a Kennedy Agyapong and I say may dare woman. May dare anybody. So be our Professor Fair committee report. Omo fa meto abontini nyina nhye kukom. Ni ehunu de kafa Dr. Bawumia ho. Why is it that the Zongo community, the entire Zongo community in Ghana, apart from Winneba Zongo, apart from Winneba Zongo, the whole entire community, Zongo community, voted against Dr. Bawumia, our candidate. They rejected him outright. Why is it that Akufo-Addo in 2020 left a voting population of 6.7 million MPP base? And Ojato, Dr. Bawumia Kona edu 4.3 million. Wateso, almost 2.1 million. Why? There must be a reason. And it's in the Professor OK committee report. Yes, sorry, ye name him say, Kusasi ni mampusin topa. Eyadia, da, ye nina ye nuya no mo. Kusasi fo ye nuya, mampusi fo ye nuya. But here is the case, the see ye, entia. A group of people before say, ye koto abama sa candidate we it is going to cause our problem. Entia yen transe, na ye see otumi aye penintino, sa candidate or ye in between these two tribes, ye emfa sa candidate in mra. It is going to cost the fortune of our political fortune. And we should know, no wise political party, we will not make that mistake. And I believe that the delegates will not make that mistake. Because, gamble, because it will be personal interest. We won't gamble. Because we know, say, that report has cautioned us. So why are we doing this to ourselves? When your tribal politics, it's a fact. It's a fact. And let's face the fact. Ono ankasa Dr. Bawumia no nim. Eti no formu ono ani slogan, it is possible. No nim say, baby ojina no, he stand in a sensitive area of becoming a president of Ghana. No, that one will cost him He knows. That's why he called the jargon. It is possible. He knows it is impossible for other tribes on the other side to vote for him. And some of them are majority. We know them. They are all brothers. We know the other side and we know the other side. He knows. Say it is impossible. Do not call his slogan, it is possible. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Yen kanu krenjire ho. Ene ye why krolani ama obi ehun baby ade ni twa. Because when they call in the jargon, it is possible. What was possible? That the Zongo community one kasa ko jina baby kaze the me Dr. Bawumia me Muslim idie. Samudi mi begina me fa Zongo for fala say kutu say bam obefa ono ne kai anya me na kai o these are facts obianka say what happened then they go to aba na a whole Zongo community and the Muslim community you lost miserably there. Would they forget about even the tribe matter? A whole report to Professor K committee report the womb. And yet Musa Dankwa, in the first interview with Paul Adumochiri, or say it will be in the interest of Dr. Bawumia and serve the interest of the MPP. Say or best step aside, not to contest any election. Because the future of MPP, so step aside the beboa. Musa Dankwa. And you mean I'm kind enti Dankwa Buzia tradition MPP of yesteryears enuni. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Is it about people's selfish interest? Is it about leadership? Or is it about MPP? A pesi koton candidate. Yedene kwa Ghana fo nyina begina tum irrespective of your tribe, irrespective of your religion, irrespective of your background, irrespective of what you said, irrespective of your whatever. The Ghanaian people will accept you. Na me nuanum bi on the other side, omo try no mo person omo use personal attacks on Kennedy Agyapong. Personal attacks. But when you compare both sides, Dr. Bawumia has a baggage as a political strategist. Dr. Bawumia has a baggage 2 million times than Kennedy Agyapong. And if you like, in the coming days, we will explain for you to know why product I call Domuno. See a quacoton may come back to that product. Product no Yatonwa Bohu de Uru Chregan and Trono and Chiasu Bebia. Ama the product Bawumia na oda attention so pampan sa pampano na pampano ye golden pampan ye de ko gaswa anka obi nto obi enkwagina no wabua ye sell this product but who the world Ghana for nyina. And yet we told the product say mumra meto product na beboa mo Ghana for ye ntono ne entono china na se bi nke obi a kebe kase ne sabe sepani ko ni na haban ni ehunu se product na edi ko dwom no sa product no Ghana for se omompe. You can see say now ekwan mu ada ho ama honorable Kennedy Agyapong akompreko is on his way to become the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. Some of them are political strategists. I always say no matter how hard they try, no matter how hard they try to destroy Kennedy Agyapong, enye juma ne, enye juma china, Kennedy will definitely become the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. And the reason is simple. The streets are calling for Kennedy Agyapong. The market women are calling for Kennedy Agyapong. The ordinary Ghanaian are calling for Kennedy Agyapong. The engineers are calling for Kennedy Agyapong. All the ordinary Ghanaians are almost full say we need a change of leadership. A leader or a pragmatic leader. Or din nyoma papa beba Ghana fuabra bomu piano calling for Kennedy Agyapong. And this is a time for you to get connected and then maybe power. And I'm just trying to drum home a point That is very important. Mo share me interview am here no early January or somewhere February there. The party hierarchy were attacking me. Owusu Bempah no kwa say wa bodam asem o kan onim de o kan nin seme nemu de ekoso please inti se me babontina me be ka asem bia I know what I'm talking about. Immediately I made a grant interview I made about Honorable Kennedy Agyapong and how the ordinary Ghanaian people are calling for Kennedy Agyapong to become the president of Ghana. And the way a Ghana for the hokeka eka say ye party 2.1 million people are metuabano. E be approach ye no catch say Owusu Bempah Kennedy Agyapong amanfana mantini antuaba. And these are facts. Majority of them has their issues and no I know the young kind, but one way or the other, no man kitting bia SCCA a chair say na Ghana fall were looking for a leader or a pragmatic, a leader that can change the face of Ghanaian politics, and no any leader na omore. It is our leadership, no, and I mebeka once some time ago. Mwanji Antumo. Now, election year 2028 elections, you know. MPP amanyoku yentias say election year kono any political party enti na year cause our election. No, Ghana for are sick and tired of the various political parties. Ghanaians are looking for a unique character. A leader. I will say this leader is honest. Honesty. They are looking for a member, a leader, a personality, or credibility. Aobejina Ghana for him. Na oka semwa Ghana for bejina die. I don't know. They are not looking for any other leader, but they are looking for these cardinal characteristics of a personality are almost obedi Ghana so. Because Ghana for say it's business as usual. The youth want to hear a leader or sorry no pano say and mabunu mema mo juma 2 million jobs so you can trust him and know say this man can deliver. And the youth no mabanu. They want their life to be transformed. They need a change. Too much talks. Kasatentina doson. Ama enei Ghana for hwehwe ensuma kese bia mana pie. Mabunu no hwehwe leader bia or the dynamism or the trustworthiness, transparency. Ebeye adwuma. Eno na Ghana for say omo na yenhwe ade bi the trajectory of Ghanaian politics. Ni yenhwe politicians who are na anano many papa bi she also politicians there. Munyina sa na motie. Mo betima hyeboa ebeduru ose ebeto aba na mo ka bibi foforo kire. They say we are sick and tired of you politicians and draw no doors. Ye hia obi a obetimi aba be leader. E go to a point kwa na nkofobik ka say even what is happening in outside the countries, you know, obu okomo pe baye Ghana de pe democracy. Na leadership wa Ghana for we mu hu say ye wo oberima bi wo Ghana ha. Ono de so otene party mu na ne party nyoma bi koso na enkoyi a obesori agina no asekire ne se aduasa miensa na waka ho asem. Ye wo oberima bi wo ho no mo a ne maame ne una ne maame no na odi bone na nya obeka. In our part of society you want to say anything that anybody who can ukrebiano you are seen as a bad person and as somebody who is always saying the truth or saying the truth. No, you are bad and abibino. This is a time ye mabunu aye bano ye suan yomabi say let's conscientize our mindset and look at the kind of leadership that we are building for ourselves for the future. Kennedy Agyapong is the answer for you. No leader at this moment in the trying moment of Ghanaian politics. Trying moment in Ghanaian politics can compare themselves to Kennedy or any a compare Agyapong. And I'm say a party for the baby. Sorry, and we are having a moral audacity. Sorry, say we are going out there to fight Galamsey. Nah, and then we have the nerves to be criticizing John Dramani Mahama. And then me Owusu Bempah. Me, I will not go into that tangent. And everybody may come and say, my people think I'm just being controversial. But it's a fact. No kwe uka. Nye ni wanu 2012. Ena ye mu bi akoye demonstrate. Iti a John Dramani Mahama. Say, John Dramani Mahama buying at the Ghana Dani Galamsey headquarters. Ye Chikroma. Ena Ghana for ye party for ye Yusu Galamsey for politics. Emma, the sitting president, Akufo-Addo, adding the life to on the line, the presidency added to online. Oba for first week. Because the people that he hide around him, majority of them, allegedly, were part of this Galamsey here. The NDC for Mesa. No, my in Galamsey, no. Some of them came to continue. So what moral right have we got to even come back and today use Galamsey to do politics? The leader no what you want to do Akufo-Addo. Or ye not doing so fighting Galamsey. But because some people were doing it under his own watch, allegedly, and you know, yen to me, ya bayano, yen to me, I'm fighting to achieve the dreams of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. It is a neno, what sorry the Galamsey about the politics are. And I say people are talking about it, using as an issue. What do you say? Now, we a leader. Now say nay, can Agyapong a president? Who born dogs and you Owusu Bempah me say me Galamsey manye bi da. Manye bi da and na me bi so da. So Owusu Bempah na ma sorry anopa. Anda say bi Kennedy Agyapong ye president Ukruma. Na me Owusu Bempah sorry say e bi me appointee wona ban mu a. Ono be hwe me say me koye Galamsey. Anka bia na de be chi no anka the next day I'm out. He will sack you and take you to jail. And that is the kind of leader that we are talking about. A leader who is brute. A leader who will make sure he put his foot on down and will make sure the right thing is done. He doesn't care who is a family member or brother or whoever it is. And that is the kind of leader the Ghanaian people are calling for. The leader who walk the talk. Asamu Americano, simple. Ghana has come into a crossroad. Ghana is in kontanai. Ye ko ye nimuno. Ya ko abatuomu ama ye hunu. Ya so nsuo aswansa. Ye hunu de eko. Enti mum ye ntase ne sabese paniko ni na haban. Enyoma ye nyina no dachi bi ebebu hunkuntawo. Na eya na mose mayenka. Leader no amuse say amanfo bi ani abria. Omo ka gidigidi yemfa Dr. Bawumia mra o ukoka na ukoyia no ukoka asem bia yesi udi na tem. In the eyes of the ordinary Ghanaian, Musi ya try no 3 times. Ya try no first one. It yensa mfa na mra biem. Mi busao common long knowledge. Udi Ghana fo yina meto amam. Say uo product. Na that product no. Udi akodwom akoton. Obia nim se pen we a big pen. Obia ti din big pen obia ti. Na so de kotu dwom se o ton se big pen we mateke so obia meto obia mpeso meto. Even though the product is very well known and marketable, but nobody want to use their purchasing power to buy that product. Miriam, will it be wise for anybody in their right frame of mind? Says our product to now must say, and now you the number first one. Oh, yeah, and talk Ghana for and talk the worst performance in the history of Ghanaian politics. It been see that in the Fourth Republic. So our product now must say marketable. I am market ya. Yem penny phobi, any party phobi try so me convince delegates for encotono. Nipa no yɛde na ba that product. We tried to market that product for 16 years. Ya market is our product, no. Dr. Bawumia Owusu no in that angle. He was a running mate for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Dr. Bawumia was known everywhere. For 8 good years, he stood in the Supreme Court, market himself. You and I were not there. He became the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana for 8 years, head of the economic management team. Product to know Ghana in Chono ni Chiasu baby obia nim sa product no. Anka yenkwa jina na kiebua. That kind of marketability a product no enya ye no. Sa marketability ni openness. I don't think any candidate in the history of Ghanaian politics, not even Kwame Nkrumah, had that opportunity of marketing himself for 16 years. Kwame Nkrumah could have that opportunity, no? Delegates. Kwame Nkrumah, he had an opportunity to market himself. Omu declare positive action, 1948 disturbances, Omu declare positive action. Kwame Nkrumah, ye chain obey prime minister. Obey a prime minister, or there, if he has a contest, 1956 elections are winning just 4 years, not the marketing, once 5 years, not the marketing. Kwame Nkrumah, the one of the finest president in the history of Ghana, went near marketing the way Dr. Bawumia marketing as a vice president, a running mate for a sitting president, and then making himself so marketable. Now say product, yeah, this our product now. One marketing for 8 years as a running mate, and then 8 years as a vice president of the Republic of Ghana. One marketing one na this our product no abba it just say Ghana for talk. The Zongo community enter, the Muslim community enter. Yenuanum a Christopher ni yenuanum Ghana for nyina omonto. Ghana for an talk Dr. Bawumia. Oman talk. The product is well known. They say pen ye kutami. Obia nim say pen where your friend big. And I say product where your friend Samsung mobile phone. Obia nim. But when you put it in the market, they deliberately don't want to buy it. And that is where the analysis, delegates, that is where you must get the analysis right. Irrespective of how the product is so marketable as some people are making it. Say the product is so marketable, it's the quiet beton. I don't get it. The Ghanaian people didn't buy it. Oman talk. Eche say upusu no numa na atene kankan. And then periphone bu baby say ye pa ye be hunti de achichire boa. It say ye ya dia. We need to understand the dichotomy. Say product to know aya selling Dr. Bawumia in the history of Ghanaian politics. Kwame Nkrumah currently and selling the way Dr. Bawumia is selling Ghanaian politics. Me Owusu Bempah bitiwe. Say what the me go na mo marketing said the Dr. Bawumia platform under the back foot of Akufo-Addo. He masqueraded on the popularity of Akufo-Addo, one of the most popular politicians in the history of Ghana. We Rollins in Akufo-Addo. At that time, at that moment, Akufo-Addo was so popular. He chose you as his running mate. He gave you all the opportunity to market yourself. The platform was there. Winning this election was a done deal, Dr. Bawumia. Could have won this election hands down if Ghanaian people wanted to buy you. The product. I'm talking about the product, Bawumia. So what are we talking about, fellow delegates? Yen Sheno from that angle. Sesebio mikuta banji. Ana mikuta product ame pese meton. Na product no. Ma bohu deura shedema titi deuro na bohu aka hu sema chirechiremu a chirechire rules and regulations e wo hu ni bibia magana fo obi ahu na me the product na badwom e dia ba beto market se me ton me the price above still omanfo no so omonto and still Ghana for ye ti wo no timamufuo no ye atide timamufuo no ka no ye nye ya dwese ye betie na emom no ye de product no a omo so omo mpe no eno a na ye se ye de bebrem product no a omo so omo mpe no na che say indirectly na MPP kwa we trying to disrespect the Ghanaian people, Omukuta, the sovereign will of the people. The sovereign will of the people. We are trying to disrespect it. Fellow delegates, Mumia Chedi Yepaha. The product of Ghanaians totally rejected us. Rejected our candidate. Yan Peno, Mudineba Yan To. Product of Yan Pe. As out society. Now we are choba. Nankrofobia said you omu ni preku. Omusu omu ni preku. Now we are chobano, sebi baby a we are chobano. E hono muna. Omu aka udi aduane abesu oma pu aduane no. Na ade achiya udi preku ya samba besu de ye choba de ama omu se omu by force mumra midi. Because the more kanu yenti so dogo bi no abe. Ufisa sa choba do obi ba be didi ho. Obi anu ba be didi ho. That's common sense. And your politics near ye. Say sabi. Ye de remote control in a baye flag bearer. Na Ghana for some betonwa. Nye benya tumia. Why are we wasting our time trying to please people? Now nim and running nano and sembia me titi yani diamdi meni humpano. Amama who say among forbid Dr. Bawumia crow de John. If you don't catch them, say, hey, Owusu Bempah munyabotena baby a won de ye no na wo na ye pebibi ye nim de ye hwehwe obetra se na ade betwe no obehunu na edan suo na nipa nim nipa toto urofo pa meji omu dia me hu omu TV so a omu ne papa inam party mi kosi nkonya allegedly e wo baby etimi kasa ansem we etimi ka me bi be pie manim se Owusu Bempah nyabotre me ha honkra na papa ni de ye gi salary ye tu ye galamsey na ye nim ba bi a de ade ne ko ye nim pa appear 2-3 times ama me matibi and I will share high profile people kasa ansem na I was shocked to the core. Say hey Dr. Bawumia, say unkrofo a uno mu kase ya uno mu ko ba bebre. Say bebre no ma balangad. Really? But unim said the ekoni. And I said you omo ya okrokro de John kro. They know your people around you. Me see ebinu owa omo voice conversation with people. Ya chi egu paper so ya chi egu eyiso ewo. At the right time we will blow it all up. We will blow it all up for you to know the kind of people around you. Oman kase nim se abatwo ya yekotui u product no is a bad product and nobody want to buy it. But they still want to push you to go out there. Because said you and your ma be pie mu akiri eno ene hia omo. Is it all about that? Is it all about certain people's parochial interest? Or is it about capturing political power and making MPP share? Yeah, you know him say NDC for messing up big time. They are messing up. But they all turn around. Na ye party communicators ni bi address oh ena mo sorry amo ye Kennedy mo sorry amo ye intena munya sade no na mo mra me attack NDC. One ka kire say sa dwaso hantan fia reho wan be muntie sa be na mebu no dwaso hantan fia reho ko bi sa nana sa be na mebu no dwaso hantan fia reho efie dere am efia bosia atwitwa yen yes yen kwa abonten ko super abonten sofo. We don't have any moral right at this moment to criticize the NDC because we have failed in all flaws. Failed. And we need to get the high moral high ground before we can criticize the NDC. If we don't have the moral high ground, we can never do that. Except a dishonest politician. Except somebody who doesn't have that kind of political, purging. And Obeka say, I'm sorry. Na yen ko criticize NDC at the moment. That's one time you talk about Galamsey when we all know say NDC messed up in 2012, 2016. They messed up with Galamsey. When we came, we should have used that opportunity to change the system. To show to Ghanaians and say, yay, we are better than them. We can do better. But what happened? Our very own people were messing up with Galamsey. And yet, we were kicked out of power for propaganda. And then you have come back in opposition now. You want to come and tell Ghanaian people, say, you are better off. It will take a foolish strategic politician to talk like that. Because Ghanaians will not buy it. They will not buy it. Nobody will buy that. And you need to understand that Ghana electricians, no, omun yan kwasiafo. Sebi omun ni nyansa chen ye kasam. Sebi omun ni nyansa. Omadwini mu da ho. Iti sa krokro de don politics na ye no. Yenyai. Iti me de ensemo amatie every close circles of Dr. Bawumia. Me ho biri me. Say, is that how they are doing it? People are just playing with a man all along. But they know, they themselves, they know. Some of them are acting like Marcus Brutus in the days of Julius Caesar. So what kind of Marcus Brutus, the conspirators, Caius Cassius, Metellus Symbanum. Go and read the book of Julius Caesar. You will understand what I'm talking about. Dr. Bawumia, go and read the book of Julius Caesar. And during the election day, you turn around and say, "Etu brute," you will be shocked. You will be shocked to the core. And your mama te, and in your every one kasa winner circle. Owusu Bempah, now but na ye ni mu na ho, ye ni mu na eko, ye udi ye wa haru de ye nim de ye. Like seriously? And penny for chocho omu Bempah pay. You could da baby no cancel say ah. But Dr. Bawumia himself go for we na omu ye no or no omu campaign. Ah. Nye bi na nansen ye bi kan na yenim delegates. And a delegates ni yenim omo beto abama Kennedy Agyapong. And yenim omo beto abama Dr. Bawumia. Oh, we got these delegates in the bank. Hey, fellow delegates. They said you have a objects. And Kofobi to me catch say, Mudia Mono, ya storm in a bank. Mudia Mono, ya Toma Jene, ya to order that. It's in where they are, Mubawa go to Abama, Dr. Bawumia. That is what some of them are saying. And in the course of time, you have bought these audios. It will shock you. It will shock you, people. Hey, Sanity. Say, we are taking Obia onono ma utumi nidu kokromoti ma utumi no. We are taking them for granted. Ye bu delegates. Ye nim say ye be kan sempa ache delegates. Ye nim say ye be ko form ni ye bunkotodwe apamocho. Se baby ye du no dom ni bremu no. Ye de sebi ye ntoto mo ase. Mo na mo kura tumi no. Na mo na mo share ni munyam. Muna mo share Professor Dubu Ahen munyam. Muna mo share J. Kufu en munyam. Muna mo share Nanado Danko Kufu Ado en munyam. Ni e didi ye say. Sa dom ni brewe mu no. 31st of January. Mo be share Kennedy akompre ko Agyapong en munyam. We believe in that. Ye de ye ho say ayipemu na ye ko transe ni ateki mu for granted say mo de mu no ya chimo adwene ato. We see me will say now we MPB sorry men crop for crana men no mo kasa no we mu de omo ye men crop for ndo meto abama busa ho say MP no be kasa asem ne kirewa busa ho say who as an individual again na why am those people who are talking, what have they done to transform you the delegates their lives? Inti unye ni pa o onyame si hene na obie wa no kasa obi nye presidential material. Etino in all angles Ghanaians omumfa hu the Gen Zs omabaya omunena way they want a leader who can crack the whip. Leadership. Kennedy Agyapong uboni dia look at what they hear they tell you. Papa we the okano credibility, honesty. It is what they are looking for. Papa we okano that is what they are talking about. Kennedy Agyapong Can we say that about Dr. Bawumia? I'm not saying it's about Bawumia, but Ghana for Neka. And that is a perception. In politics, when you allow people to build a perception around you, it becomes difficult to demystify that perception. So say you Ghana for about Dr. Bawumia. You can tell me, if you're a political science, just come out and let's discuss this issue passionately. Oh, economy no bit much change na man I say heaven. And I say fundamentals no bit my in. And I say those people are Zongo community or no I Muslim. I also bit my vote to me in Amayeno. Say so good platform to besan cash bit my miracles. I'm a Zongo or ye be winning. Omon come in here because mentia say. And I say northern region one nya 0.0000000 no. What is he going to do? Because he stand at the crossroad between two tribes. A long-standing feud. If we're able to solve Mampusi and Kusasi problem, then Dr. Bawumia, you have a chance. But today, looking at that problem is there, and we know that is a problem. Na sebio uko sebio aprinkin singo kromwa. Na sebio amokuya kromwa. Na sebi won fa dia ne nkatie sa na okofa bibi foforo a sebi o ubede atimako akwa so dia moku aye nkatie nkwan ko de busuam then there's going to be a problem. And that is why he knew that he was standing in the midst of a deep blue sea. As me who the one is in Kano fire ni crazy there be swaki it you know a hono nobody is preaching tribal but it's a fact. See, how many Kusasi people do we have in Ghana? May I estimate we have about 2.6 million people in Ghana. How many Kusasi for? And you know, automatically electing Bawumia, it means that 2.6 million people are not going to vote for Bawumia. Why don't we accept that fact? Why? Why are we doing to ourselves? In the MPP program, you vote to look around a buyer in Yan and Amway, a super tick, because we have a 2.6 million deficit already. Why don't we tell ourselves the truth? Say and solve that problem there between Kusasis and Mampusisa. There's no way we can solve that problem and bring a candidate out here in the middle of that, and we want to go and sell that candidate to the people. Professor Kwe committee report, I come home. And can't say you, but because this issue played a role, the issue in the north, it played a role. Because say that issue of Mekaba, this issue played a major role. Why do we want to do a political gambling? Why? Why do you want to gamble? Why do we want to go out there and gamble? Because we feel say Ekufuado, they call me they will a total different issue. Obika said you Ekufuado ya chimney if one problem untino a candidate the bar if was anti force on Twabamano. I just had Obiaka. It's not there. There's nothing like that there. Ekufuado and Gokan Jobia when the fundamentals are weak, there's been due to expose that. He never talk about the economy. Ekufuado was a victim of circumstance. Ghanaians saw Ekufuado as a president that never was. And they wanted to give him the opportunity to show what he can do. And that was something that was an adrenaline that was building in the minds of the ordinary Ghanaian people. That analysis is totally different. When you come to J. Kufuor, time or Okoye, the gentle giant, he emerged. And people thought that the way a manner or court study election, I will now vote to change Professor Dubois. And that time, in time, the MPP was boiling up and building a political party. And Kufuor being from the Buzia stock, why year minister or Buzia time, they thought say they would give him the opportunity to see what he can showcase in 2000. And lo and behold, he won that elections. But Dr. Bawumia, we cannot gamble with that 2 times, 3 times issue now more canon. It won't work. It won't. Because Maka and American. There is a lot of baggage on that candidate. And if we unless we want to go and gamble. Unless we want to go and gamble. Unless we want to go and gamble. I know as a political party, then we will continue to stay in the wilderness for so long a time. Ghana for say omontono. Credibility issue is a problem if you are doing politics. Why do you think former President Rawlings was loved by many? We are political scientists. I'll go and check. Obumu said the Ghanaians love him. Kennedy Agyapong Obumu said the Ghanaian people know one thing about him that will resonate. And so busa every Ghanaian in every household. Oh, Papa ne friend Kennedy Agyapong no then how they be kind. Oh, sa Papa ne de ompem kwasi asemu. Ono de okanu kureu. And that is what is resonating on the minds. Sa Papa ne de oyobia nani edin. Otumi de na si form ne maame no na wonka no kura untimi ne nante. Ne party kura mu na se bibisia obetima aka no kura na kirewo obe look into your eyes and tell you the truth. She say Ghana baby ayedru no enye about book and akotrase ni ama lectures, long lectures. It's boring. The ordinary Ghanaian people. Me share businessman we are getting sick and tired of you politicians giving us long speeches, long and I the way back. No, they need a pragmatic leader. Somebody who will bring a fresh sigh of relief to the ordinary Ghanaian people. Let's Ghanaians take the necessary risk and elect Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. This is Ghana for a yearning for a new leader. A new dawning is blowing. A new wind is blowing all over Africa. A new leadership that the people can resonate with. Leadership that can talk the body language of the ordinary people. The leadership or can the language of the streets. Kennedy Agyapong is the man. Is the big deal. He speaks the language of the street. Kennedy speaks the language of the street. Every ordinary Ghanaian see themselves in Kennedy Agyapong. Let me tell you, it's not a kind of a bourgeois kind of thing. Kennedy Agyapong, waton plikeda. Ne maame every ekurasi to asin dumping. Abrantie di abrabon kakran and otimi call at Disadel College, no Swan Trunk, no kwa Disadel College. He was a brilliant student. Owie ye no Wanfa a year and yes, sebi be transit to school. Or to quine Eko Kodua Germany, ko Kukum or Germany. He was washing dishes in Germany. From there, he traveled to America to become a taxi driver. He started making millions and saving. He bought his first house in East Legon through Azuma Nelson. He started building his empire, and here he is, Kennedy Agyapong. How many politicians? Every Ghanaian see themselves in Kennedy Agyapong. Every Ghanaian. The young boy in the village in Ochemberiate, who said Kennedy is somebody who's an inspiration to him. That young girl, also say he cannot think of the next meal the next day, see themselves in Kennedy Agyapong. That bogano or John Kukuomu or Germany and America and say Italy and France. Our only hope because of the economic situation that they find themselves, they see themselves in Kennedy Agyapong. That taxi driver who's driving a taxi or Uber in the New York City, anywhere around Accra, Kumasi, or a taxi driver, only what tomorrow brings, that the life has become so hard for him, they see themselves in Kennedy Agyapong. That businessman, no, or Tiwa building the business, economic situation is hitting them so hard that they cannot understand how they going to build their businesses and sort out the next day. No, they see themselves in Kennedy Agyapong. This is a new leader, fellow Ghanaians, we are bringing to you. A new leader who understanding every fabric of society in Ghana. Kennedy Agyapong have been there. He has seen it. He has done it. And he knows how to solve the problems of the ordinary Ghanaian. Forget about the naysayers. MPP spirit need to be resurrected. Our party is dead. And we need to come back. The party need to come out. And next Ghana, what he said. Kennedy Agyapong said, the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, you see how the party adrenaline will resurrect. The spirit of the MPP will get up. leader a soldier 14 idi omu say papa we ono no de no no ani botom sika. No politician in this country ebetima so ya no pa politicians gi sika ne de sabio ye de ye nyoma ehu hia kene Japan timi bottom sika 7 million $6 million e de si cardiothoracic center e wo military 37 military hospital since independence. No politician has ever done that. Let them come and tell me. Almost sorry na waje contract baby. Let's take it, let's grant it. So waje contract baby. Kennedy Japan je contract no sabi wan fa nko $2 in the anfa mo baby anko da hotel. Kennedy Japan use that money to build a cardiothoracic center for the entire nation, one of the biggest military hospital in this country. And you are telling me that man is not the right material to become the president or the flag bearer of the, then you have a problem. Wow, Kasan, you have a problem. Waje contract no wan fa nko din some or you see hospital, not any other hospital, a cardiothoracic center. And you are telling me this man is not the right man for the job. Then you have a problem. Ebino jeje contract yanka di ebino so jeje yanka sika ekodi di nkofo bi o memete Ghana gas o nyoma ekoso nyina na me hu yemeka de nkofo bi yeta yesi osufo timi tam de koma omo yemra meka na mi si Ghana gas o no de me hu ye no me so yemra meka omo de omo kika sa say obi jeje contract no mbeti in the coming days no sa sem media mekana me the record ni evidence aba, because I was the head of communication for Ghana Gas and I have evidence. In told me the pa omo famra o the OBJ contract now the 1 year contract OBJ contract o the 1 year contract. What kind of dishonesty is this? What kind of me I don't care where me also been around for a long time. Mo the mo pa mo send him attack dogs no no famra omo me chene propaganda me show I've been around before most of the boys now omo do omo china omo ye dede no. I've been around for so long a time and I've always been prominent and I've always been around. O just say it me, you can't take me out. You can't take me out. O propaganda me ebe eduma because I don't kiss no ass. Me mean kissy politician be ass. Go and find out the ministers on by MPP mu time. Why na me bad OBJ contract? That person should come out and tell me. Say me Owusu Bempah. Say me kisi obi asa. I'm daring them today. It is me loud because me I know where I draw my thing from. I know where I draw my largest from. It is not me loud. I don't talk. Me mean kasakeko. Ministers now mo buy and Kufuado. Or Baku pent me mra bonti meka say me or be me beje contract on order. O mra bonti no meka no for evidence mra. What you say? Inji ye kasa memem ye nyomo a ye tuo musika koka tiro se Owusu Bempah ye se no betra social media no kan kwase aso. Minti so dogo bi emu abe. Minti okra na mate lumba de cause minti na mate. Minti okra na mate. Now I can see descending into the gutter. I want to be descending into the gutter than me. But I don't want to go to that level. We are focused to make Kennedy Japan the president of Ghana. Hey, mo sorry, I na munko attack John Mahama. Why na prevent say John Mahama amra second time? Me, na ya muni kroma na me sorry say me sin kete say ekwan bi aso John Mahama ma president. Na mo mam messy up am na obe president we am nko sorry nko attack John Mahama. O did the Mr. John Mahama di we hene na ko. The any nanya ye be peggy within the political party and make sure that we get the right leader to lead the MPP and fight the NDC. That is the political strategy. Na me Owusu Bempah na nka wan debate ma fight the NDC a chambe party ni mu buy ma pen wo ma obetini NDC for this year ni. But listen, ye nye krokro the jomo adwuma bi mu. Ye just ye new leader. Ni who the leader no direction or the year call. Ghana for ye tears Ghana for penal. Then we will put our ass on the line to do the right thing to make sure we secure power. And I was sorry, Anamoto, and Yoma El Kosu, a party Munauti Fee, Nanyoma Bonnie Kosu Nauti featuring car. How do you have the moral high ground to go out there and criticize the NDC? Yes, they are messing up. We know. We believe they are messing up. We know they are messing up. But we don't have the moral high ground to go out there and criticize the NDC. Who born dog? Ghanaians are not stupid. Ghanaians, you do Ghana electricity diagra assemble go the Ghana electricity diagra na ye campaign ani ya adwene say Ghana for kan sidi ni yo munye ni yo de moye no ye kase yo Dr. Bawumia ye mpeno o ye si ye nyini ni yo o kase no akase no ye die ye wo sisi fia ni bi ni ye die chire ni ye campaign. They punished us. Our own party people even rejected us. Here to abano. It mayen take electricity for granted. Oh yes, sir, you'll be laughing at the wrong side of your mouth. You're meaning deep. You say we are at a political crossroads. Ghana for here a leader, or yet or what tima, or Jini Nipa leader, only baggage. Leader, Ghana for person tono as a product. Leader, Ghana for you ready to sell and buy him. And I see that in Canada, Japan. Monfa Canada, Japan, mra, ye beto abanamam. It's got nothing to do with anything. Why are we being asobrache? Kennedy is the big deal for us. If we want to win this election 2024, he is the man. He has seen it all. Munkona mkobusa members of parliament omotio. Me Kennedy de me ne bibia. Munkona mkobusa members of parliament omotio. Ewo parliament say any committee bia wo de Kennedy Japan beto so. So we MP na wo throw report na committee no ba nanim. Na wo nye apt on your figures, you onye apt on anything that you are doing now betranim so be chitchati you know akwa, you'll be in trouble. They should go and ask the chief executive officer of Ghana Gas. They will tell him when he come and sit in board meetings and your market in Japan the questions will be it will shock you. Very meticulous. People think that Papa no kasa ge. Who told you there are other side of Canada Japan that you people don't know? And yet read these speeches. The man is so deep and very intelligent. He paid a particular attention to details. Mena make a chone. Opa kofa pepe bina ko chochu bibi guzo na Kennedy ama wadwuma seye na chochu bibi na fa bigina Kennedy Japan nim na toto papa so na radie. Busa the campaign team for they will tell you. Kennedy will look into your face and tell you, my friend, go and get your figures right before you come here. What are we doing to ourselves? Ghanaians need a new leader. A leader a bit more trusting, say at least when the man he will bring discipline in Ghana. Ghana, we are sick and tired of indiscipline. Indiscipline. And Kofobi camp. Yes, obi nipa ba ko for kasa obi ankasa. Ubetimi de sa ba Kennedy Japan e campaign camp. Ubetimi aba ho aba be din se hunu. Hey, you born dog. You can't. I say don't pay my branch. On chema. E ma be din se hunu. On chema. And that's what me Owusu Bempah. Me, I was brought up in a disciplined home. So me believe in that kind of leadership. Obi oni me bi abeka. I believe in that kind of leadership. And you'll be all day rhetorics, mere rhetorics. Kennedy will discipline you. He will discipline you right there. You take it right there. Mubusa, ombekachiro. Ghana for here leadership or discipline. Then after elections, I lose so miserably. Then one person or no supposed supporter of me person me go be because I don't want to give people credit. Or no jina o chabo, one of the prominent clergy. Ghana ha obia buno esfereno ye chabo no. Ya antise that leader no no ni supporter no edi sanse hunu no. Watimi a quarrel out about a bed disassociating no. Ana obeka bibi etia. Some person who say there's a doomsday ahead of us when we pick one candidate. The consequence is very troublesome. Worrying. Say it to me, trust near Super Duncan Williams, one of the finest bishops. Onimunyam niya me kwa me kasa no kwa me suro se metimi kwa biema no aka asemfo bi atia papa we na yetimi de ni gina ho in the name of MPP ni super papa we. Then we want Christian to vote for us. We want that leader to win an election for this country. Hey, I feel so sad. That is why I knelt down and begged Duncan Williams. Yeah, Papa Duncan Williams. Me sa te akwanyam we faso biem. Se baby a ye tie bia. Me sre. Se Papa uko to dwani na bompa ya. Kayen. Fire bonne cheyen. Papa. Yenim sebi ye ntotofe wafo a yenim sunsun mu nsem na papa ye bunko to dwe e pa o chobiem se susukru wa biara o yaudie biara o haw biara ye katrema akwati awo e nam candidate bi so ma sa de we bai ye ti papa fache men ninkofobi echi emfa MPP muti muka papa minim se wo ye ni papa wo ye onyame ni po onyame difo ne onyame na anointed to watch over this nation, Papa Duncan Williams, and we believe and trust in you. Ti papa ye bunko to dwe pa ocho a cho pa esu a eni papa mi de minyakura na kama ba wani ma beda fom esu agu na so boni bia MPP ayo bi afache. Nyankopon ebe hye wani munyam onyame ahye wani munyam dada ba bia wode wagina bapon gina peso eni wani munyam efata dada papa wani munyam kron dada enye ne eno bi ba be kan bibia tia wo ye di kanere Agyapong achidi ye judi ye nim de obetumi aye onyame and anointed to watch over this nation, and we believe in that. Sebi aprosi from penifo sebi yano yemu bia no atiam ye dia chopa kese and e ba mam penifo toto urofo a muka e ba mu ye see sebi akokoba etiaba ne nkumba yinim se oba adwunsogu na so a e chopa ne de ba yinim se mu betie no asopam na mo ba ye yadom. Kennedy is on a mission. The mission, one of the cardinal principles of a leader, is to discipline his followers. And Kennedy Agyapong will not allow me Owusu Bempah maybe see me dinechi say me ko di osophobia temogana no ma me ninechi obepam me e chankwa. And this is the kind of leaders that we are looking for. He will call a spade and crack the whip when it's necessary. Inti Ghana for leadership are here churning out in this country. Ghana for the kind of leaders are ye baby yi ewo MPP. Ne see ye dikoku ichinema. Leader said you omum dinechi din sem hu a ontimi crack the whip and tell them to be disciplined. Who told you said Duncan Williams don't have followings? It will be suicidal on any politician who is right thinking to go and allow his followers to insult Duncan Williams, a prominent man of God who has so much followings. Apart from NTTA, I see me kika ye for touch not the anointed and do that prophet no harm. Whether so finyami o media me gidi so yonyami nipa una unyinia fa show them naka. Na sa papa we no tete dark Award Mills papa animunyamfo yi oye Christoni papa penny on tete isud anabanom on tete papa yi animunyamfo ba ku oye osofu penny wo Ghana hai empenimfo tutu asofu chenchefo mo Ghana papa yi Duncan Williams and tete wo munya papa otimi man nsa so tie mu manyankopon tenene unso no feren ni ya sorry anopa yi yesia biasam yensa ni ya super software okruma because there's no moral high ground in this country. Na sabi o yeti society mu na ye nimpanifo a etu yefo a ebede no man no yetima chichiro man yenso yesi ye man ye kwan ne me chichiro man ni ye be chichiro man na se ye hunu de ye ene de nya me Owusu Bempah me share me politics. I've never attacked any man of God in this country because I know that is not the way to go. Me Owusu Bempah, I will never attack any high profile person in this country. Say me yes sir, na enye ade papa. Me I will criticize you, but I will not insult you. That is the difference. Upa go and check. That is where people compare origins. Me I have never insulted a high profile person. Na me do atopi. Me nye bida. I criticize. And that's the difference. They say to me, I'm criticizing Dr. Bawumia. I respect him. I love him. He's a high profile person. But I believe that Dr. Bawumia is not the right candidate to lead the MPP. And the facts are there. I don't know any insult. Into dinner term because baby I would drew me and if you are me pay. Into dinner term. That's the difference. I mean, say, Unyametia City, Kennedy, about be a president, about be the flag bearer on 31st of January 2026. Kennedy will emerge as a flag bearer. No amount of machinations will work. Matiti, so you're planning on the D-Day, you be say mafia tactics and your because esisi ba na dwuguruma no bi apoma twede ahye ntomam ebe na mebu no muntie nie mo amaya madwene se mo be planning kululu ebi ni ade this time round no muni the system support. You don't have the establishment support. You don't, because uni DC bia ona DC any police commander any obi akwa akobopo no ma ye mu ya ye be ma mu showdown. Ye be ma mu showdown. Because we are going to make sure that all our cameras and body counts are all activated across the country. Unless you ever turn of thinking, Obia be on smoothness level, and Kennedy will win these elections. Indeed, Obia why not gonna say, person will start here machinations be, and your delegates will go them, delegates will go to Obama way, and go for to Obama way. No, one shall say revise him nose. What you say? A kuno di anymore or a leader. Yet the one year rehearsals for 2026, 2028. Yet the way the rehearsal for 2028. We will activate everything and make sure that this election it will be free and fair. You'll be winning or winning. Ye believe we say ya told ya mama delegates. Delegates na si some margin. Or when him say Kennedy ni didn't bar, you be winning these elections. Odiasie entino ye de ye ready say ye ton yensem akoranda kan yensem akere obianu a ye desperate. The issue about moles ne sa nyoma na omo sori omo kan about Kennedy Agyapong is a Kennedy Agyapong ye traitor. One ye traitor me si sa ansem na mo keka munya yo na nsem a ewo ho no ye mpese ye be attack obia o. Ye pay unity. Kennedy, we need you people from the other side. So we don't want to go into that tangent. We don't want to go into that tangent. It will share no so. Na munya sa ya mpia to ohunu no amotototo no. So what I say, ne ohunu say Ken is going to win. He's going to win these elections. Osoro akasa na sasiya akasa. Kennedy is going to be the next flag bearer of the new Patriotic Party and go on to become the president of the Republic of Ghana. Inshallah. onyame akasa ewie ewiem akasa nothing can stop it. Into obi a why na dwene say oba be starte kululu oba be ye bibia di problem beba obi ba be ye bibia obe create problem na ye mafia na be ye tactics na ye be say na o polling agent gina wa na obi a be panisum na afa ne ho di nya adwuma me nuanom obi a waje wa plan sa ade no won kan ko da kra sa tactics no old mafia tactics no ye koye nim chesa. Kennedy is the man to beat. What you say? Inti mesrew ye hye no so na ye hu ekwan a ye de nioma befa so na ye nyina as a party no ye nye nioma papa wo ye youth na wo party mu a fa 31st wo ye delegates for 31st January as a day of a reckoning, a day of salvation, a day that you are going to make sure that you go and vote for Honorable Kennedy Agyapong and make sure say you protect the ballot. Every vote count that day. Make sure that that is going to be a day a bit changing the face of MPP. Into we a delegate. Now me anywhere you find yourself. Make sure say election way is a lifetime election. This election 31st January is a lifetime election. It's an election that is a do or die election. It's an election that will make sure say we change the status quo. It's a grassroots election. Grassroots for mo na mo yesi ahini to ahini. Mo na mo kase empunu a empunu. It's not about those at the top. It's about you. Kennedy stands for you. So you must come out and make sure say you make a difference.
Owura ye kokotie ni Ernest Owusu Bempah. Me kan Owusu Bempah no e bi adwa akwam say Bishop Prophet Apostle Dr. Owusu Bempah. No. Owusu Bempah NPP Owusu Bempah Ernest Owusu Bempah. Oh, abo papa abo ahande din no na me kan asem. Ono na wakasa no watutu japa baba say. What dare a true challenge. Se nipa was would nim Michael kwe report no we hunu bi wate bi owo bi kura woni phones no onfa mra bontin eya akeka no water sem crofo keken 10 people for ebo bia mfom aso enje sa akeka rabusua onso ba so na wachire wadwene ha solid tv midin e de oduma nkomo ba na kofi from Asante Gudi Makra.